Hi, it's Sonia here with the Pretty Stitch. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, I'm so happy to have you here. So usually I post videos about knitting, crocheting, I have patterns, stitch tutorials, anything basically yarn related. And I currently have been doing a series more to help me out where I post video every Monday as I'm trying to see how much money I'm spending on food. I did a big pantry clean out at the end of the year. So my New Year's resolution for 2025 was to just be more mindful of my food purchases. So I've just been kind of doing this series as a way to keep me accountable. Not many people are watching, which is fine, but it just helps me to see how much am I actually spending on food, because I really wasn't keeping track. I used to, but my husband died almost 4 years ago, and ever since he died, I just was like, I just wasn't caring. I just was like going to the store without a plan and just spending whatever and kind of just using my loss as an excuse to do that. And then I cleaned out my pantry and saw how much waste I had and how much food I wasted because, it went bad. And so that was just really, really upsetting because I'm normally not that person. I am usually, I don't like waste. I like to be really careful with my spending, especially with food and planning meals. So I thought I really need to get back on track. So I've been doing this series doing that. So this is just my check-in. I look like a mess today because I've been working outside because it's, I think, fake spring because I live in Pennsylvania, and Pennsylvania loves to, tease you with spring, thinking, ooh, spring's on its way. Here's a 60-degree day or a 65-degree day, and you get all excited. So I was doing some yard work outside. I have a pine tree that loves to just give me so many pine cones. It's so generous. So I was picking up the tons of pine cones, and my daughter said I should count how many. So I'm like, okay. So I got to 350 today, and I'm like, all right, I'm tired of pine cones. Sorry, my dryer was on and it was about ready to beep, and it's really loud and obnoxious. So I wanted to quickly turn that off so you don't have to hear that. So yes, I was out collecting pine cones today, getting them off my yard. And I also have another pine tree with quite a few pines that loves to just shed all over. I actually call it my crapping tree because it just craps everywhere. It's a beautiful tree. It's my favorite tree. I have a love-hate with it, but it makes such a mess every spring. So I have all of that cleanup that I need to do as well. So I thought, well, I'm going to take advantage of this beautiful day and start picking up the pine cones and the branches of this tree that just sheds everywhere. But I went to 2 places last week. So let's get back on track with the food. And excuse, my dog is right at the bottom and he's jingly jangly. Aren't you, buddy? Yeah, you're a jingle jangle, Mr. Jingle Jangles. Anyway, I went to 2 stores. I went to the local farmers market, and I went to the local discount grocery store. So my grand total was $17.56, and I'm trying to stay within a budget of $35 a week, which some weeks I do really well, like this past week, and other weeks not so well, where I spent like $70. But again, it's more of a way to just give me an idea how much am I actually spending on food, and just be really mindful of my purchases when I'm at the store. Like, am I going to eat this? Are my kids going to eat it? I still have 2 at home. So yeah, my dog wants to get in on the action. Yeah, do ya? I also have been really careful about trying to plan meals and make things that we're going to eat all of it, and eating leftovers, things like that. So this week, as far as meals go, I did and I'll try to I have like 1 picture. Sorry, I don't have a lot of pictures. So my dog is telling me that it's 5 o'clock, Mom, and it's time for dinner because, yeah, that's your dinner time. Can you wait? I'm almost done. So yeah, as I said, I spent $17.56. The one place I spent $13 and some change, and then the other one I spent $6 and some change. I'm sorry, I don't have the exact amounts, but yeah, the $6 was at the farmer's market and the 13 was at the discount grocery store. So as far as meals go, I tried to just go through my pantry and my freezer to try to use things that I already have. So the one day I had some ground beef, and so we had tacos because my kids love tacos. And here he is. Hey, buddy. Come here. You want to get in on the video? So we had tacos for 2 days. We had enough for 2 days. And then I'm just looking at my list here. Another 2 days we had grilled cheese because I had bought a loaf of bread and I had bought a bunch of cheese. And lately we've not been going through a full loaf of bread where I'm just having to split the loaf and freeze half of it. But they had American cheese at the discount grocery store, like so cheap. I think it was $1.99 for like a big thing of cheese. So my son really likes American cheese, so I bought some. And I've been telling him, like, you need to eat this cheese. Like, he put it on his tacos, which is kind of like, ooh. But I also decided, well, why don't we make grilled cheese sandwiches, because we had that loaf of bread. So we had that for 2 nights with some just fresh veggies. Like I had carrot sticks, so we had like grilled cheese and carrot sticks 2 nights for dinner. And then another night, I had gotten some chicken sausage. So I had gotten the chicken sausage and I mixed that with some rice that I had, and I had some fresh spinach. So we actually mixed that all together and it was really, really good. So we had that for 2 nights. And then another night I had dinner out with my daughter. We just had Chick-fil-A. And then for breakfast and lunch, I had my cereal. I do occasionally have an egg, but eggs have been so outrageously expensive. I refuse to spend $8 a dozen on eggs. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do it. I can do without eggs. So we're just having cereal for breakfast. Or my daughter bought me donuts, which I'm not a big donut person, but she went to this donut place near where she lives and bought me some. So I had donuts for 2 days for breakfast. Very not like me, but these donuts were actually pretty amazing. So she can buy those again. I'm not a huge donut person, but those donuts were really good. And then for lunch, I just had salad every day. I'm pretty boring. And my kids usually kind of just get their own breakfast and lunch. The ones that are home. My kids are older, so they can make their own food. One's a young adult and the other one is a senior in high school, so they kind of just do whatever for lunch or dinner, or not dinner, lunch and breakfast. We're not big breakfast people. We're just not very hungry in the morning. But that's what we had for breakfast and lunch. So that was it for the food this week. You know, pretty simple, pretty basic. And I was excited I was able to stay on budget. So I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please like and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.